One less monster around.
Wait a minute. I thought... I'm I have I still have nothing there.
Hey, where do you come from,
I've come from the mountains.
Exactly, you come from the mountains, and... They're looking for you. There's someone here you absolutely have to talk to.
Maybe
There won't be a later.
That's him, all right. Let's give him what for. So much for you. That's him, all right. Let's give him what for. So much for you. That's... So much for you. So much for... You'll regret this. So much for you. You'll regret this. So much for... You'll regret this. So much for... You'll regret this.
Nothing there.
Hey! Can you teach me something?
Sure. You know that. Man, they really took a lot out. You can't remember anything at all.
Hey, you!
Let's mix it up.
Sure thing. Now. You deserve that, lowlife. You poor sucker. You don't even have any gold on you.
Hey, you!
You deserve that, lowlife. You poor sucker. You don't even have any gold on you. I think I'd bet... So, that's done. Ha! They shouldn't have messed with me. Then I can finally fulfill my mission. I've lost too much time.
What sort?
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
How that and what did no what but I think you you drag your for one less monster around. One less monster around. One less monster around.
Hey, you! Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there.
If but
Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there to be had there.
Hey, stranger, what? You, that, if, oh, wait, well done. One dirty beat. One less monster around.
Nothing to be had there.
Why are you hanging around on whose side are you on? The oh, they yeah. But I think but good.
Hey.
I
Who do we have here? You're on your way to the city.
Maybe.
You look like you could even be a former I don't care where you come from, but I believe I have
What do you have to offer?
The way you look, the guards will never... I can help you get in. I have here a small piece of paper. With this scrap of paper in your pocket, you can run about... Interested?
No.
Well, do you want something else?
Show me your...
Take your pick.
I've got a...
Suit yourself.
And how goes the...
I'll say.
If you... Is...
One less monster around.
Are you... Hey, hey, you! Give me the...
Are you saying I can trust you? Just
Here's your frying pan.
fine. Let's see then whether
Can you get...
you've had your portion.
Hey.
About...
Yeah?
They should let you pass if you're wearing...
That's just what I need, man. Nobody will bother me disguised as... Excellent. You did really well.
What? 50 measly gold coin?
Gold isn't everything, my friend. I have the feeling that we'll be... And who knows? Maybe I'll reach...
Hey, you. Since you were here the last time, some of my stuff has been missing. You should be making yourself useful around here. You give me back my clothes.
I don't have them.
You already sold them, huh? Well, I'll teach filthy thief. Just you wait.
Have you got...
I don't. But you can ask my wife or the boys and...
I need some...
I can give you... Can you pay for them?
How much for...
Well, Will, you've worked you helped my... Vino says you were real help to him. And that's saying something. Maleth said you chased the bandits off. 30 gold... It's not gonna get...
Give me the work.
There's a chest in my house where you'll... But don't even think about taking it.
Nothing to be had there. Hey, you!
Yeah.
You could get it.
What? Do I look like I'd be picking?
What about...
Well, if that worked for me, I'd have tried it already.
They should let you pass if you're wearing...
That's just what I need, man. I know nobody. Excellent.
What? 50 me?
Gold is. I have. And who knows?
Halt!
What is it?
You aren't getting in here.
Why not?
Looking the way you do. You're sure we got enough rabble in the city.
That's not what I heard.
I'm bringing some herbs for Constantino, the alchemist.
Really? Then you won't mind looks good. All right.
get that from me.
Halt, stranger. I am Lothar.
Everybody knows by now.
Our commander, Lord Hagen, has entrusted me with the task of explaining to all newcomers the new...
Since people have started simply vanishing all over this town, everyone needs to watch out that they don't suffer the same fate.
That's not what my husband
The
thinks.
townspeople are simply disappearing?
Yes, it seems to be more every day. It's most annoying that the militia have still not been able to discover what's behind these Small wonder that the town's inhabitants are very wary of strangers right now. So don't provoke them when you're in town.
Honestly, I
Understood?
witnessed it myself.
All right. Explain the rules of the...
First,
You don't say.
the Honorable Paladin Lord. That is why access to the upper quarters... Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the
Really?
command
How
post of the
interesting.
Paladins. Only the Paladins themselves, and third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate
That's not what
himself
I
with...
heard.
Any questions?
Nobody ever... How do I become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens. But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're As a citizen, you have access to the upper...
Someone's
Only as a
gonna
member of the militia will you have...
I don't believe this is going to change. Where can I...
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here as soon as a master accepts you. However, the other masters must agree to it. If you were thinking about looking for work in the
Everybody
harbor,
knows by now.
the scum of the city live there. Don't even...
He didn't get that from me. How do I...
Say, are you listening? You're not a citizen of the entire...
From now on.
How do I...
By express command of Lord Hagen, only citizens of the town
That's not
will
what
be
my husband
admitted...
thinks.
I see.
If you want to know more...
I already thought as much. What?
What?
Everybody
You
knows
aren't
by
even...
now.
You're not even... How can you... Only... If you want to...
I knew that would be a problem. Where can I...
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel. The Paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers. The traveling traders from the marketplace are...
He simply talks too much.
I haven't...
The Honorable Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining...
I already thought as much. Where can I...
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks
I've got...
as long as the King's Paladins...
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Halt! No one may enter the storeroom!
Why can't anyone enter...
The Honorable Lord Hagen has confiscated the goods for the...
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
I can't believe that.
Hello, stranger. You must be hungry and thirsty.
Where did you pick that up, then? I was actually...
There's little chance of that, since the Paladins made themselves at home.
He knew better.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
Me? Nah. There are a few people in the
would've
lower
thought of that
city who have
himself.
enough influence to get you. Mateo, my boss, is one of them.
Get that
Maybe you
from
should.
me. Where can I find Mateo?
No.
You're standing right outside his shop. Just go on in.
He didn't get that from me. What about the other...
The merchants and master craftsmen here on the main street are the most important. You should try to get accepted by one of. Since I started working for Mateo, the people.
He never would have thought
I
of
need-
that
I've heard that
himself.
Vosper has trouble with his suppliers. They say he pays
What do you have...
at the moment.
really
The
not my
damned
problem.
landowner.
Tell me more.
It's quite simple. Onar, imagine. Normally this,
who to
but
believe
now
these days.
mercenary.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
What? I heard that most of them are former, and their
I
leader.
agree
These
with
are
you
terrible.
completely.
Show me... I'm in enough trouble as it is.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I knew that would be a problem.
I'd have gone about it differently.
What can I do for you?
I've got my own opinion about that. What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards had come to the city, the last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and...
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing... And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated...
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
The Paladins seized your goods.
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they...
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What do you...
I've got an important...
Well, well. Have you tried getting past...
I don't see why I should even...
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, but even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor because they have their...
So can...
It seems to be really important. The question is how...
What are you getting?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of... But it'll cost you.
It was just like you said. That was obvious all along. What do you ask?
100 gold pieces.
It can't go on like this forever. That's a whole damn lot.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But...
In principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, get me the money and I'll...
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Where can I...
Like I said, she's the...
I wouldn't be so sure.
What do you... I can offer you everything you need to survive. I still have double-hardened arm.
Where did you pick that up, then?
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Show me your...
I
already thought as much.
Is it really true?
I don't believe this is going to change.
You listened to the wrong people.
He didn't get that from me.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
I already thought as much.
How exact? Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master... As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I knew that would be a problem.
It's a bad business.
Is there another...
Perhaps. If I think...
I don't believe this is going to change. Where could I sign on as...
Basically, with any... That would be how... One of them is bound, but it's important that the other...
That's been known a long time.
How do I...
You just have to convince them. But if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand it...
I'd have gone about it differently.
I've heard a thing or two.
Will it ever change?
That was quite obvious.
I agree with you completely.
I know nothing about picking locks.
That's really not my problem.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Is it really true?
Hey, you! Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here.
Don't tell me.
I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
Completely.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, I was once in a brawl. He went crying to Lord Andre. That little matter caused... I was lucky that it happened at night. Or other, the more people complain about you in this town.
Who did you fight?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy...
Has any...
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight, and Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I never knew that.
We can only wait and see.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Welcome to my shop, stranger. I am Busper. What brings you?
That was obvious.
I need to get...
We're the paladins. You need to be a respected citizen. As a stranger...
I'm looking for...
Alright, the last one just gave up his... Do you know anything?
Well...
I could teach you how to... I'll pay you well for every...
I hardly know what to believe anymore. What if I want...
Balderdash. Herod and Matteo already have a apprentice. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other...
I can't believe that.
You hardly know who to believe.
Will I get you...
all right. You shall have my work for me. At least that way, you can find out for yourself whether you like it. And who knows? Maybe you'll end up liking it. And if you're good enough to sign on with me, you're also...
I'm not telling you anything new.
What do you want me...
I will teach you how to skin an animal, and you will bring me... Then I'll know that you have learned. If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skins are an acceptable... Or...
He never would have thought of that
you can
himself.
start...
I can't believe that. Teach me how to skin animals.
Right.
He insisted
You
he
take
knew
a... Bring me the wolf...
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. Why did your...
All he said was that it had become too dead. If you're really interested, his name is Bartok. Go through...
Nothing surprises me anymore.
I've heard that some...
Who told you that?
Where did you pick that up?
Probably Bartok, huh? Let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I called the guards right away. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched those bums. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on when I get my...
About the...
We had agreed...
Is it really
Show
true?
me... I've got my own opinion about that.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
We can only wait and see.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
So shall it be.
I already thought as much.
But the human and the beast wage
If he doesn't see that,
on the land
I can't help him.
and the wrath of the gods.
You really didn't deserve that.
I'm no better off myself.
And the human slew the beast.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
It's a bad business.
I don't know why he gets so worked up. Hey, you! Ah, fresh face. This is not a good time for traveler. What winds of... I've come up... My niece? What's your... She owes 100 gold... Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me. She's in debt with practically I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender. Greta should be in... Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this. We shall see. I'm looking for... Do you know anything about... The only thing I can make out of wood. And what about luck? Well... I'm sorry, but I can't use you. And I have no money to... What if... All right, I shall go. But you had better get yourself the blessing of the god. Say, are you a man of... Yes. Then go to Vatras, the priest of Adanos, and he will tell you where you can find a priest of Innos. Once you have received the blessing of the gods... So, what good is a fine... I make my own locks. That a poorly made lock is... Can you teach... I don't know. For all I know, you might be one of... I'm not going to teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're... Not... you had...
Yes, and not too...
And what...
His name is Elfrich. I was quite pleased with him, actually, but one day he
Have you...
Of course I have. They were supposed to catch him and see to it that the lazy bones does as... He can do whatever he wants. Sooner or later he'll realize he'll get nowhere.
Is that so? How long is...
I guess it must be about...
Where is...
How would I know? I wouldn't be surprised if he's still warming...
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Do you really believe that?
But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And Beliar spoke to it, and the beast became his subject.
What do you want, stranger? If you come to beg, I must disappoint. My name is Greta. Ever since my husband died, I've been
How's it going?
same as always.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Mateos.
He wants his money. What for? The goods he delivered were flawed. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the... Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he would have... Such a good man he was. Handsome. Sometimes we were even invited to high society events. The fine dining and civilized conversations. Ridiculous claims. Whatever shall I do? My pension is barely enough to make ends meet. People must scrimp and save. It's been weeks since the last ship came to town. My husband was the captain of a merchant. From his long journeys, he always brought me presents. Exquisite
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Most people haven't even heard of these things. But then, one day, I got the tidings that the Grita had sunk. That was the name of the ship. Love for me. I wept and prayed that my husband had survived. May Innos have mercy on his soul. May he rest in peace. Since that time, I've been living under these... is after the last bit of my life savings. Please have mercy on a poor woman. Back when my husband was alive. Such a good man he was. Handsome, hard. Sometimes we were even invited to the fine...
Really didn't deserve that.
People...
I agree with you completely.
People... Most people haven't even heard... Is...
Nobody ever
Do
asked
you really believe that?
People...
Nobody ever
Cut it out.
But I don't have the gold.
It's a bad business.
That's what I've always said.
He didn't get that from me.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you...
How dare you? Uncouth lout.
See, that wasn't...
And now, will you please leave?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
But Adanos feared for the day in which
We
the
can only
beast
wait and see.
would return to the land.
That was quite obvious.
I'm no better off myself.
Go away. Don't tell me
That was quite obvious.
And so he bade Enos
It's all just gossip.
leave a part of his power in...
It can't go on like this forever. So why won't they listen
I'm
to
no
me?
better off myself.
Who says things like that?
Don't say you didn't know that. I wouldn't be so sure.
It's a bad business.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
You mustn't believe everything you hear. I already thought as much.
I'm no better.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
And? Did she cause any problems?
None to speak of.
Good. You've held up your part of the deal.
And he works all day, too.
I'm not touching that. We can only wait and see.
Why don't you...
I would, but the other... I just recently took on...
I'm not touching that.
I won't tell her.
Help me sign on as an apprentice.
Don't worry. The other masters will only hear the best about...
Show me your...
I agree with you completely.
So why won't they listen to me?
Hey!
He never would have thought of that himself.
Can you teach? You have paid Gritta's debt with Mateo. You seem to be a decent However, I cannot do it for free. How much do you... 200 gold pieces.
Wait and see. I'm no better off myself.
Fine. This money will really help me.
I never knew that.
Teach me how to pick a lock. All you need is a lockpick. If you move it... But if you move it too much, the more adept you become, the
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. I'm not telling you anything new. That's the first I've heard of it. That's really not my problem.
Got my own opinion about that.
I wouldn't be so sure. That doesn't surprise me.
He didn't get that from me. Where did you pick that up, then?
I'd have gone about it differently.
Got my own opinion about that.
And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as well as animals, wolves as well as sheep, and last of all arose the human. And Adanos was pleased with what had arisen, and he delighted in all the beings equally. But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And Beliar spoke to it, and the beast became his subject.
Hey, you, wait.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before.
So that it might destroy
Here,
the land.
we found this picture on some bandits we picked. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land and chose...
Gee, I'd never...
Very funny. What?
Ask him yourself. You've got them safely...
No.
I guess we'll never know.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord On.
To him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of Beliar. And Beliar spoke to another.
Hear ye, inhabitants of
customer,
Paris.
what?
By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The security measures for the protection of the upper quarter will be further strengthened.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
To interpret the law in the strictest sense in order to prevent unauthorized entry.
Hey, you. I have a...
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. But she has had that spot long enough.
And what's my part?
I will give you a letter to... Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah... She lands in prison. You have 2 days to...
What's in it for me?
When I have the stall, you will get a weapon from me.
What will...
That would be truly stupid of you. If that gets around, it could do...
No.
That was the wrong decision.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinth.
How?
But
Go away, don't tell me that.
that's not what I heard.
That's not what my husband...
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adonis, and the wrath of the gods was with them. And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Adonis saw the order and
Get your paws off that. Don't say you didn't know that.
That's not
the
what my
first
husband
I've heard
said.
of it.
But
But he
no,
knew that all
he insisted he
along.
knew better.
Don't say you
Don't
didn't
tell
know
me
that.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
You
So
can't
why
keep
won't
anything
they
to
listen to
yourself.
me? I've got my own opinion about that.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
I already thought as much.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I can't.
That's not what I heard.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I agree with you completely. That's all just gossip.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
I'm no better off myself.
I've heard a thing or two.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I knew that would be a problem.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I've got my own opinion about that.
You listen to the wrong people.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
That's really not my problem.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I already thought as much.
That's been known a long time.
That was quite obvious.
There's nothing you can do about it.
He didn't get that from me.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Don't say you didn't know that.
It's a bad business.
I can't believe that.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
It can't go on like this forever.
I'm no better off myself.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
That's really not my problem.